I'd like to share with you my first memories of Chant Realtor. I came up from Manhattan. I bought an old farm. Friends came to visit me at the farm and wanted to buy property. So where did we go? Chant. I first met lovely Diane Gravel. She was wonderful with friends of mine showing property. And then I went back to Manhattan. I was working on my farm during the weekend. Then I sold my company. It was time to move up for good. So I came up, started adopting animals, got my first horse, and said, I need a job. I got to start working again so I can feed all of these animals. And I thought of, what am I going to do? I love real estate. I always bought and sold. I invested in real estate. So I'm going to sell real estate. So I thought of lovely Diane Gravel. I called her up and I said, hey, Diane, how do I get in with Chant? She goes, oh, it's hard to get into Chant, Stephanie. You know, Pete Helms, our broker, nobody leaves Chant, the agent, and he really picks, you really gotta, know your stuff. And she goes, but I'll try to get you an interview. So I said, okay. Next day she calls, she goes, you have an interview with Pete Helms. Can you get up here this afternoon? I'm like, oh, okay. So, all right, I dress in my best Manhattan business suit, my high heels, which is very hysterical now because we don't dress like that up here. I fill my briefcase with the magazine I published in New York and all my other business information, and I go to meet Pete Helms. Okay, so I'm nervous and I'm ready to discuss with him and, my skills. And he looks at me, he greets me, sit down, and he's nice and he's smiling. He goes, that horse pendant on your neck, you have a horse? I said, yeah, I have a horse. I just moved up here to an old farm and I just gonna get more. And he said, oh, my wife just got a horse, and he talked about building his barn. We laughed. We were going back and forth and this and that and laughing. And he goes, okay. He goes, you're hired. And I said, I'm hired? He goes, yes. Now, mind you, he asked me nothing about my real estate skills or sales or anything. And he goes, in fact, someone's retiring. You're going to split their schedule. And can you start next week? I said, Pete, I don't even have my license yet. He goes, well, go get your license. He goes, I'll hold the spot. Go get your license. I said, what if I don't pass? He goes, nobody passes the first time, Stephanie. You take it again and again and again. So now the pressure's on. Okay, I'm hired. So I enrolled in real estate and I passed the first time. I came on board with Pete. He said, congratulations. And I don't regret a day of it. I work with the best people there are.